participants who are to join?
Yeah, they will join.
Okay, okay.
Namaskar. Good morning to all.
Namaskar.
Friends, warm welcome to the 4-day Phosphal Literature Festival with participation of BIMSTEC countries, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Myanmar, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Thailand, which is being organized online by Sahitya Academy and Foundation of Shark Writers and Literature. As you know, this festival was inaugurated on 6th November 2022, and today is the last day of the festival. You all have much enjoyed the festival with different sessions of poetry reading, readings of fictions, and presentation of papers on various topics. Now, today, this session is of poetry reading, which is being chaired by Sri Dev Prakash Chaudhary. Dev Prakash Chaudhary is from India, and we have the fellow poets with us, Kamrul Hassan from Bangladesh, Raj Babu Gandham from India, Bharti Ram Chand Sadarangani from India, Bob DeCosta and Taro Sindik from India, and Rukaiya Islam, Sanjoti Barua are from Bangladesh. Some of participants will join us with us in a moment. We hope it. And now maybe start this session with the readings of Sri Kamrul Hassan from Bangladesh.
Thank you very much, and namaste everybody. Namaste Mataji. Happy to join the session and becoming the first poet to this morning. I'm a poet of the 80s decade of Bangladesh, and I have 12 books of poems. I also write short stories and travelogues. I had been to Delhi several times and a very part of this family headed by Ujit Kaurji. So nice to see all of you. I'll read my poems now. The first poem is Train. Beyond the sight, an inflamed tunnel of darkness on the ground. The bosom of Lake Chilka is burning in incessant sunshine. Aired enamored ducks come floating with merriment. Let those human windows remain open. We shall have again nirvana and holy bath in moonlight. We shall also reach our destinations without a mistake. The train stands erect on a seemingly crumbling bridge. Its dust-covered eyes glow to see the rails. Like the bright legs of circus girl on the ropes, it steps with absolute confidence. It crosses the tension-filled path. Outside the train, there is an elaborate arrangement of a willowing and vibrant world. Let's not speak now. This train we have boarded is now crossing an inundated, marshy terrain. That was the first poem. I will read the second. Without the eyesight of a poet, if I had with me your book of verses, Abul Hassan, I could recognize this locality quite easily. Even I could call the unknown damsels by their names, following the nomenclature of flowers. That breeze at a distance, that swallowed like a pregnant woman, the description of his birth was laid down in your poems. I'm watching everything, but am I watching everything? Without the eyes of a poet, everything, bars, locality, girls, are all prosaic. I have come to this wonderful garden, lighting the torch of your rays. I have taken the shelter of a bohemian in the art fair of humans. After handing me over these customary, eternal, and unthinkable jewels, why did you leave from this magical mall of self identification, Abul Hassan? My last, thank you very much. And my last poem, The Tale of a Horseman. The pages of your genius is soaked with the lost extract of humiliation. A faint sound of horse steps came from the history pages. And the tales of that wounded meadow, the wind comes crushing like Tatars. The habitual fingers are still holding the whole of a silken dust, brings back the arrogant race. Dean just dropped, that sleepy moon calls, or what about that horse? Some stories have survived beyond oblivion. Thank you
Very
very
good,
much for
Kamalji.
your,
Nice,
thank you. Thank you very much.
nice poems.
They are truly.
Thank you very much, Kamrul Hassan ji. Now
You're
may I
most
request
welcome.
Sri Raj Babu Gandham from India to recite his poems.
Thank you, sir. This is Rajbabu Gandham from India, Hyderabad, Telangana state. Uh, I'm a multilingual poet. I write in Hindi, Telugu, and English. I've been attending Mataji Ajit's programs 3-4 years. I think this is 5th year I'm attending. I really enjoyed attending the programs. Now today I'm going to read 3 of my micro poems and one not so long and not too short poem. I will not take more than 4 minutes for that. First I'll be reading my poem which recently released book titled Beats. These are micro poems. So it goes like this. Every night is pregnant with light. Every night is pregnant with light, waiting to be born as morning. That's the first one. Most of the times, I am understood wrongly. Most of the times, I am understood wrongly. Who else can console me than my tears? Next one. The garden where we used to roam, asking me now, where is your beloved? Another one. When you stab my heart with your words, I ooze a poem. When silence tuned the night, even raindrops became mute. Another one. If you want to reach my heart, walk on the path of love. I have only myself. I have only myself as companion on this journey called life. The last one. Silence is the only door. Silence is the only door through which you can walk into your inner self. These are the micro poems. Thank you. I'll read one little longer than these micro poems. They're recently written. Hope I am audible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So this titled as Nest. It's a love poem. Let's kiss to begin with. Let's kiss to begin with as a prelude before the tsunami. Let's kiss to begin with as a prelude before the tsunami engulfs our bleeding hearts. Before the tsunami engulfs our bleeding hearts and throws into a whirlwind a kiss, an embrace. That's all to begin with. I ask to kill the loneliness with your lips. Let play havoc. Let's play havoc, indulging in each other till we stir our core, vanishing into each other, wiping the past, wiping the past, only to build our own new nest of love. Thank you. These are ends. Thank you very much.
Lovely,
Beautiful.
lovely.
Wonderful.
The imagery is a very good, very striking imagery.
Mhm.
Good.
Thank you, Bob.
Yeah, very good.
Dr. Raju,
Thank
can you read more poems?
Yeah, I can.
One?
Sure, sure. The small ones, the lengthier ones are micro poems.
Macro poems.
Okay.
Two or three.
I birthed a poem from womb of my silence. Do not talk. Do not talk about others. You end up losing yourself. I may think I am. This is the philosophical one. I may think I am, but the truth is I am not.
Mhm.
My words, a castle. My words, a castle where I dwell in. Lock my lips. Lock my lips to gauge my hidden oaths. There may be many roads to reach you, but I choose path of love. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Nice
Thank you very
poems.
much.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
yeah.
you.
Good.
Thank you very much, Raj Babuji. And
Thank you,
now may I
sir.
request Ms. Sanjoti Barua from Bangladesh to recite her poems.
Morning.
Yes,
Hello.
please.
Hello.
Yes, please, please.
Yes,
Go
yes.
ahead.
Good morning, everyone.
Good
And
Good
morning.
morning.
And thank you, poet Dev Prakash Chaudhary, for giving me the floor. First of
Thank
all,
you.
I would
Welcome.
like to thank respected Ajit Kaurji for inviting me to this literature festival from Bangladesh. I always like to introduce myself as a poet, though I write fiction and short stories for kids as well as poetry. Today I will recite my poetry, which is translated into English by my friend Fauzia Mahin Chaudhary. The green verses. It is not easy to born a human. The Father poured an unknown joy into the bulk of emptiness. The Mother, like a fugacious meteor, flew towards the autumnal mountains to the Chitmarung Buddha of fall. And thus, by the time she reached the spring, baking her bread on the hot winter pan, friendly wood ants had already walked into the close of implicit hail, swimming along in the inundated canal. In the lonesome spherical center of summer, I am waiting for a monsoon to arrive. Me, a lump of thirsty clay on the twirling grass, eager to emerge from my mother's womb. I am like a handful of leaves on the lawn beneath the strangest, most defeated ray of light. Hello, where are you now, Mr. Morning Star? Lead me to such a longing quest, so I might smell the perfume of a wondrous life in staying alive. So I know how much I will be wrecked and squashed within the manual of the night and dawn before I slither out in the someone in the somnolence of my slumber. And with whom will I be equally compassionate and confrontational? Take a look at me from head to toe, utterly intrigued. I am a hunk of ugly flesh, tracing the bloody veins. I am sprung from the night, deeper than a delusion. Please don't kiss, don't hold, don't wrap my fingers around your hands. Keep your dictums to yourselves. Your iron entrance has been adorned in anticipation of another yellow sunflower baby's arrival. Late all the toxic laughter, squeaking in the slanted darkness, ghastly tattles gradually dissipate within my core. Instead, this timid, I might learn the art of blending in behind the tangible green verses before running out of life till I am alive. Thank you so much. Thank you
Good,
all.
very good.
Thank you, Sanjit. Very good. Nice poem.
Thank you very much, Sanjyoti Varua ji. Now may I
संजोति देवेश जी, हम लोगों के पास समय है, वो चाहे तो एक कविता और सुना सकती है।
हाँ, ये हो सकता है। तो संजोति जी,
Yes.
can you have any more poem with you? If it is in Bengali, then it is also be appreciated.
Bengali?
Yeah. Or you write in Assamese?
No. I'm right only Bengali. I am Buddhist. That's why
Okay.
I look like Assamese. Just wait. I read another poem. It is in Bengali. যেভাবে জনপদ হারিয়ে যায়, দুরাগত অশ্বারোহী ছায়ার আক্রোশে শরণ পালের গভীর সান্ধ্য ভাষা বিদ্রুপে হারায়, আগুনের তাণ্ডবে মিট হয়ে যায়। অথচ সে জনপদে ছিল না ক্লেদ, অকারণ জাতির বিভেদ, ছিল সংযত আশ্চর্য জীবন তত্ত্ব, সরল অক্ষর সুমিষ্ট ভিন্ন স্বর, হাতেই ক্ষিপ্ত মৌনী জগৎকুল, সহজিয়া আলোর স্কুল। সেই অহং পথে দীক্ষা নিতে এসে কিছু লোক যেন নিশি পাওয়া বদ্ধ উন্মাদ, ক্রোধ ও লালার বিস্ফোরণে তীক্ষ্ণ ফলায় জীবন উপরায়, অমূল্য পুঁথিপত্র শাস্ত্র পোড়ায়। দলিত মথিত হয় লোকায়ত গান, সাংকেতিক ভাষা, পড়ে চেতনার বোধি ছাই এদিকে ওদিকে। ক্রমশ শীত আসে, গ্রীষ্ম ফুরায়, ক্রমশ নির্জন মঠে ধ্বংসস্তূপে ফোটে অদ্ভুত ঘাস ফুল। শীত অন্ধকারে কুয়াশার ক্লান্তিতে জেগে ওঠেন স্বয়ং শরণ পাল ও তার প্রিয় শিষ্যকুল। Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sanjyoti ji. Friends, now may I request Srimati Bharti Ramchand Sadarangani, and she is from India, and I request her also to recite in Sindhi along with translation. Srimati Bharti Sadarangani.
Thank you. Good morning and namaste to one and all. It's a pleasure to be with you all in this session. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. K.S. Rao, Secretary Sahitya Academy, for giving me this opportunity to participate in this grand literary festival. I also thank and congratulate Madam Ajit Kaurji, President, Foundation of SARC Writers, for organizing such a great event to bring writers together. I am Bharti Sadarangani from Adipur, Kutch of India, a township developed to resettle Sindhi community after partition of India. I work at Dr. H.R. Gajwani College of Education as an assistant professor of English. Presently, I am pursuing my PhD from KSKV Kutch University on communication skills of commerce students and employability. I write in my mother tongue Sindhi. I have received Sahitya Academy Yuva Puruskar in 2016 for my poetry collection Retilo Chittu. I have also received Yuva Gaurav Puruskar from Gujarat State Sahitya Academy. With the permission of the chair, I would like to present few of my poems. May I?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll read one poem in Sindhi and other in translation. The title of my first poem is Kavita Cha. Kavita hik khin, Kavita hik yug, Kavita hik जीवन. Kavita hik bhasha, मन जी या कलम जी. कविता कविय जी या पाठक जी. कविता हिक फुड़ो, झरणो, समुंड या सिप. कविता हिक पिरोलीअ जो जवाब या राज़न जी गठरी. असी पढ़ूं था कविता, असी जीऊं था कहानी. Now it's Hindi translation that is done by me. कविता एक पल, एक युग, एक जीवन. कविता एक भाषा, मन की या कलम की. कविता कवि की या पाठक की. कविता एक बूंद, झरना, समुद्र या सीपी. कविता एक पहेली का जवाब या फिर राजों की गठरी. कविता एक पिरोली का जवाब या फिर राजों की गठरी. हम पढ़ते हैं कविता, हम जीते हैं कहानी. हम पढ़ते हैं कविता और हम जीते हैं कहानी. Thank you. The second poem is titled Key. When I return home from hostel, hostel also tags along silently behind me in parts. A small piece of khorak, a Sindhi sweet, remaining in the steel box makes my mother worried that the girl is not eating properly and has become weak. While eating dinner on the dining table, my hostel chair creaks. The discolored and deformed chairs of the hostel are witness to many giggles, humor, complaints, and also quarrels. The hostel locker was sad. The hostel locker was sad on the loss of the original key, has now slowly adapted to the duplicate keys. On returning from home, along with the khorak box, creaks of chairs, duplicate keys, and mother's warm hug, the wrinkled notice of hike in the hostel fees too silently came back with me to the hostel. The next poem is titled Decision. Sometimes I feel indifferent and languorous. Sometimes I feel active and vivacious. Sometimes chained to near and dear ones. Sometimes wrapped up in solitude. Sometimes looking at the past, I smile. Sometimes the thoughts of present shakes me with anxiety. There is anticipation with apprehension about the future. The path I took in the past was not of my choice. The present path is also suggested by others. Treading the path laid with bitumen offers a complex web of past and present. Rules set by others. Rules set by others, the laid down principles, stated behavior, predefined dreams. One day I will start to walk on my chosen path. After escaping from this complex web, the hard bitumen shining in the sun will be shaken by this step. Maybe infuriated with anger. Stick to my shoes, holding me at this same point. I will walk ahead, leaving my shoes barefoot on my heart's chosen path. The last poem, titled Rights of Earth. When Earth shook in 2001, for once, I felt as if we were attacked by the enemy country. Homes, shops, schools, offices, children, women, men, buried to the ground. Then we realized the attack was not from the skies.
Mhm.
Then we realized that the attack was not from the skies, but from the womb of earth. The earth, persecuted by humans, could not spring forth sprouts that year. The earth, persecuted by humans, could not spring forth sprouts that year. Tortured in earth's womb, the seeds revolted in 2001. They burst with 8.7 or 7.8 magnitude. Heart-wrenching cries of seeds shook my home also. Your home as well. With lot of struggle, we can make our homes again stand again. With lot of struggle, we could make our homes stand again. The fallen homes have been converted into high-rise buildings now.
Mhm.
We have again become busy. We have again become busy in the same old actions of torturing the Mother Earth. The earth still groans, sighs. But who cares? The earth still groans, sighs. But who cares? Who bothers for groans at 1.7, 2.3, 4.7 magnitude? Earth will not get the right to live in peace. Earth will not get the right to live in peace. We don't even let the humans live in peace. Don't expect us to improve ourselves. Don't expect us to improve ourselves. Thank you. Thank you.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। हम पढ़ते हैं कविता, जीते हैं कहानी। अद्भुत पंक्ति।
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bharti Sadarangani ji. Friends, now may I request Sri Bob De Costa, who is from India, to recite his poems.
Thank you, sir. And my biggest thank you goes to our Mataji, Ajit Kaurji, for having given me this invitation. Since 2013, I've been attending these SARC programs, and I'm very, very indebted to her. It is through this, one of these platforms, that I have been known quite well, I should say, in a very humble manner. I have a few books of poems, about 5, and about 5 novels also. I'll be reading one poem called The Award. The award here refers, it is a tribute to our mother. We try to say that we have been artists because of our mother. So I have taken, okay, artist in a broad sense as a musician here, but it is because of our mother that we have been artists. We have become artists. It's called The Award. I can only rest in the silence of silences. By this I mean silence in the midst of sound. For all of us were born in sound silence. The movement we created in our mother's womb did create some sound. And like a star orbiting in space, which creates sound, we too created our first and most meaningful music in our mother's womb. So, friends, do not undermine yourself, for you are no less a Beethoven than he himself. The organized movement of your mother, her heartbeat, her blood circulation, her footfalls, her gaze, her thoughts, was an orchestra to help you create your best soulful music. And when your mother held her newborn baby in her arms, her smile was the best award you could have got, more than a tired sunbeam leaning on the lost shoulder of your dream. This is the first poem. The second poem, there are certain questions which come in our mind is, who am I? Who am I? So a person moves from door to door, he goes on thinking about who he is, and at last he finds the answer. The name of this poem is The Seeker, the one who is looking, the seeker. I know not who I am. Thought I was the water, till it dissolved somewhere when I said, I am you. Thought I was the air, but it passed by without a caress to my thirsting soul. Thought I was the sunrise with its shafts of fire, but they soon melted into a morning of misery. Thought I was the bleeding sunset, but soon it turned into a dungeon of sinfulness. I know not who I am. I know not who I am. Thought I was the earth, till it loosened itself with my touch and scattered into the desert of my desire. Thought I was a Hindu, but remembered words from the Quran. Thought I was a Muslim, but words from the Gita touched my soul. Thought I was a Christian, but words from the Granth crossed my heart. Thought I was from Sri Lanka, from Afghanistan, Bhutan, from Bangladesh, Maldives, from Pakistan, from India, Nepal, but every song perished halfway on its journey. Every step faltered, every lake dried up when my eyes rested on them. The mosque closed its door, the church its gate, the temple its portal, the Gurdwara its entrance. I moved over unknown paths and rubble and stones. Debris gave solace to my soul. My feet bled, my throat parched, and my blood coursed slow in my veins. A light appeared in the distance when my fatigue closed the lids of my eyes. At last, I found the answer in my begging bowl, the bowl of the fakir, the seeker. Those are the two poems I wanted to read. Thank you.
Mr. Barwa, we have time. You can.
Can I read one more?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Two more.
Thank you, mother. This is called A sunset is not a sunset. A sunset is not a sunset till it does not bleed. The word in me, not a word, till it is beaten in my wordsmith's forge. That is why your absence shapes me, your silence sears my heart with the barbed wire of pain, till words of blood ooze from the open wounds of my poetry. Do you see the homeless child on the pavement? His eyes say he has wandered about in the dry playground, playing with hunger and stones, his sunset bleeding to death. They say his father paid the price for being a Kashmiri, for adoring his patriotic sunset close to his heart. They say his mother shares the 5 biscuits, keeping only one for herself. They say justice comes late in some countries, if they come at all. His eyes confirm his conversation with the sea when it is most trapped by its lonely season. That is the reason, my love, a sunset is not a sunset till it does not bleed. That is the reason your absence shapes me, your silence sears my heart with the barbed wire of pain till words ooze out drops of blood. That is the sole reason why my poems run red. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bob De Costa ji.
Thank you so much.
Now may I request Sri Dev Prakash Chaudhary ji, who is chairing this session, to speak a few words if he desires, and recite his poems also.
Thanks, Devasji. Thanks, Sahitya Akademi. Thanks, Poswal Literature Festival, which is now domestic. And a special thanks to Madam Ajit Kaur Mummy, due to whose tenacity this program has been happening for years and years. And I got a chance to recite my poem and listen to your poem also. I am Dev Prakash Chaudhary from India. I am a journalist, an artist, and poet. I have written 5 books, mostly on art. I have written for film also and taken part in many national art exhibitions. I have created hundreds of book covers for traditional publishers as well as self-publishing authors. I have been awarded a fellowship in the field of art by Department of Culture. At first, I recite 2 micro poems, पहले हिंदी में, then translated version. First poem is सपने. दीवारों की तरह. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, loud and clear.
दीवारों की तरह उतर जाते हैं सपनों के रंग भी. दीवारों की तरह उतर जाते हैं सपनों के रंग भी. हम उनको रंगते रहेंगे उनके छलक जाने तक. हम उनको रंगते रहेंगे उनके छलक जाने तक. The colors of dreams also get off like walls. We will continue to paint them until they spill. Next micro poem is Gulab Rose. दुनिया के सारे गुलाब शुभकामनाओं को जीवित रखते हैं साल दर साल. दुनिया के सारे गुलाब शुभकामनाओं को जीवित रखते हैं साल दर साल. पतझड़ की चादर ओढ़े बगीचों के बूढ़े गुलाब. सड़क पर बिकने वाले खिले खिले गुलाब. गुलदस्ते में बंध जाने वाले कीमती गुलाब. किसी देवता के चरण में रखे मुरझाए से गुलाब. दुनिया के सारे गुलाब शुभकामनाओं को जीवित रखते हैं साल दर साल। All the roses in the world keeps the wishes alive year after year. The old roses of the gardens are covered with autumn leaves, beautiful street roses, precious roses tied in a vase, faded roses placed at the feet of a deity. All the roses in the world keeps the wishes alive year after year. My next poem is शायद कल ऐसा ही हो। मैंने कहा हमें कुछ और पत्तियां बनानी चाहिए। मैंने कहा हमें कुछ और पत्तियां बनानी चाहिए। मैंने कहा हमें कुछ और फूल बनाने चाहिए। मैंने कहा हमें कुछ पहाड़ और चींटियों को भी रंगना चाहिए। यह कोई पहली बार नहीं है जब हमने ऐसा कहा है, लेकिन कहने और होने के बीच हर बार आ जाता है बाजार, हर बार आ जाती हैं कुछ कीमतें। लेकिन अगर ऐसा हो कल जब सूर्योदय हो, हम खुद चलकर पहुंचे हरी पत्तियों के पास, फूलों के करीब, और उन्हें आमंत्रित करें अपने अपने घरों के पास। शायद कल ऐसा हो। Maybe tomorrow it will be like this. I said we should make some more leaves. I said we should make some more flowers. I said some mountains and rivers are also need to be painted. This is not for the first time when we have said so. But in between saying and being, industry comes every time. Always comes a price tag. But if so, tomorrow when sun rises, we ourselves walk to the green leaves, to the flowers, and invite them near our places in our hearts. Maybe tomorrow it will be like this.
One more, Dev.
जी मम्मी, हम भी दूसरों की तरह ही हैं। मेरी नई कविता का शीर्षक है हम भी दूसरों की तरह ही हैं। हम मौसम के बदल जाने की उम्मीद करते हैं, ठीक वैसे ही जैसे सब करते हैं। हम दुनिया के बदल जाने की प्रार्थना करते हैं, ठीक वैसे ही जैसे सब करते हैं। हमें अच्छी खबरों का इंतजार रहता है जैसे सबको रहता है। हम बुरी खबरों पर चौंकते हैं जैसे सब चौंकते हैं कि यह सब कैसे हुआ। हम टीवी पर बैठकर युद्ध की खबरें देखते हैं जैसे दूसरे लोग देखते हैं। हम सिनेमा जाते हैं, बाजार जाते हैं, हम घर के लिए पौधे भी खरीद लाते हैं जैसे दूसरे लाते हैं। परिंदों के लिए दाना पानी भी रखते हैं, लेकिन कभी महसूस नहीं कर पाते कि क्या फर्क है शहर और गांव के पक्षियों में। हम महसूस नहीं कर पाते कि क्या फर्क है शहर और गांव के पक्षियों में। आसमान पर कितना हक होता है शहर के पक्षियों का, ओस और धूप पर कितना हक होता है एक शहर में फूलों का। आपने कभी देखा है शहर में फूलों का खिलना, कांपना और उभरना, उनके गंधों का हवाओं में बिखर जाना? क्या शहरों में हवाओं की सिर्फ यही जिम्मेदारी है कि वह अपार्टमेंट में कपड़े सुखाती फिरे? हमारी उम्मीद और हमारी प्रार्थनाओं में कितनी हरियाली है और कितनी हवा, कहाँ है फूलों की गंध और ओस की बूंदें? ये सवाल कभी हमें जरूरी नहीं लगते, क्योंकि हम भी दूसरों की तरह ही हैं। We are just like others. We hope to change our weather. just like everyone does. We pray for change of word, just like everyone does. We always wait for good, as everyone waits. We always shock for bad, as everyone wonders how all it happened. We watch war and battle news on TV, as other people watch. We go to the cinema, we go to the market. We also bring plants for home, as others do. We also keep food and water for the birds, but never feel the differences between the birds of the city and the villages. How much rights do city birds have on sky, on dew, on sun? How much rights does flowers have a city? Have you ever seen flowers in the city shivering, trembling, and blooming, and their fragrance scattering in the air? Does the wind blowing in the city is only responsible for drying clothes in apartment? In our hopes and our prayers, how much greenery and how much wind is there? Where is the fragrance of flowers and drops of dew? This question never seems important to us because we are also just like others. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Devprakash Chaudhary ji.
Thank you,
Friends,
Devesh.
friends, just Ruqayya Islam has joined us. I think it will be better to hear from her also. So I may request Ruqayya Islam ji to recite her poems.
Very thank you for you. After long time we see you. And read 3 poems, English, Bengali, and Hindi. First English. Address. The day flows to the forest of the afternoon. The hurry is perhaps a little too much. The sigh afternoon also takes evening alone. To the sea of night, time runs with a catfish. None looked for me or said, "Who are you? Where is my address?" Unclear, unsuitable. Yet time is deeply absorbed in her own world. Herself, spent her own self, pressed by the false assurance of the local bus. Green time gets Yolish, and the entirely old bed of grass. I know I shall find an address in the other world.
Please unmute yourself. Just you have unmuted. Ruqayya ji. Ruqayya ji. Unmute করে নিন। रुकैया जी।
कहती हूँ मैं जानती हूँ चाँद बड़ी चालाकी से रोशनी और अंधेरे को
रुकैया जी आप म्यूट हो गई हैं।
मेरी एक बात सुन लो, मैं किसी चीज का हिसाब नहीं रखती हूँ, मैं तो केवल गहराई नील रंग को अपनी दिल और दिमाग में उतर लेती हूँ, ते अपने दिल की गहराई मोहब्बत और गम को बसा लेती हूँ। कुछ लोग मोहब्बत को समझा नहीं पाते, मैं सर्वभौम हूँ, जाती हूँ अपने ही बरंग में, जरा रात को आसमान निहारूंगी, पानी में अक्स उतरांगा, गुजर आएगा मैं अपना हाथ लेकर रहूंगी। অবিস্মরণীয় হেমন্তের ভোর, মাটির বুকে লেপ্টে থাকে সবুজ ঘাস, তখনও তার বুক জুড়ে শিশিরের তীব্র গ্রাণ, আড়াল আবডাল মিলিয়ে একঘেয়ে নিয়মের ছুটি, রুটিনের হাসফাস, পাতারা টুপটাপ লিখে চলে অমর অভিসারের গল্প, ধান ক্ষেতের উতাল উতল বাতাস গলে গেছে নিশি পাওয়া রজত কণা, ঝিরঝির সমীরণে অস্তিত্ব আনমনা, দিন তারিখের দিন লিপিতে সবটা অনুপস্থিত অল্প, দূরে ওই এক ডাক, হিমছোয়া ধবল স্রোতে, মিহি কুয়াশার একান্ত আন্তরিক আমন্ত্রণে, দীর্ঘ পথ পেরিয়ে এবার স্বরূপে সকাশ, বেঁচে থাক অক্টোবর, বেঁচে থাক আশ্বাস, অবিস্মরণীয় হেমন্তের অনিন্দ ভোর, একাকী পথ চলা বহু পথের মেঠো পথ, প্রতীক্ষায় আছি আমি হেমন্তের সূর্য প্রহরে। Thank you very much. After long time see you. अजीत करमाई जी के सलाम सलाम सलाम।
Thank you very much, Rokaya Islam ji. Friends, it is our pleasure that we have with us Srimati Ajit Kaur ji, President of Paswal, who is the great inspiration for all of us with her blessings. Thank you very much to all of the poets for their participation on our invitation. May I request our audience to share the link of this session on social handles for the sake of lovers of poetry. Thanks again. Namaskar.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ajit.